Well, hello, my name's Steve Mattioli. Welcome today. Today I'm going to go through the top 5 reasons why people don't get promoted. And I hope these are going to help you because I've seen this many times throughout my career. I've spent over 30 years as a supervisor. I've written a book on supervision, which will be out on Amazon shortly. Shameless plug there. I also have a website that helps people with leadership issues and training and things like that. And I'll link all this information below. But for today, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why people don't get promoted. This is what I saw over a 30-year span career of interviewing people, picking supervisors, and myself getting promoted to supervisor positions, which I always got every position I put in for. So I'm going to give you some real insight on what you can do to improve your chances of getting selected and get to the career spot that you want to get to. Now, before we start, let's clear the air on one thing. When you talk about this issue of promotions and getting promoted, it always comes up, well, the favorites get promoted, or it's about who you know. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to argue with that position. However, I will say this, in my career, that happened very small amount of time compared to what I'm going to talk about today. So what I'm saying is most promotions are not about that. And the reason they're not about that, we could go into a long discussion on that, but when I was promoting somebody, let me tell you, I want someone that's going to run with the ball. I want someone that's competent. I want someone that's going to help me be successful. I don't want someone that's incompetent and it's not going to help me be successful, no matter who they are. And I had friends throughout my career that I would not promote into positions because of that very thing. So let's leave that off the table today. That's for another discussion. I'm going to talk about things that you can control today and that are going to help you in your career. So let's start with the first one. And the first one, and these are in no particular order, is I saw a lot of candidates with very poor interviewing skills. Now, whether you think so or not today, the interview is still very important. It's very important. The interview is you introducing yourself to an organization or introducing yourself to upper management when you're going for a promotion. It's really important that you work on the interview. There are steps you can take. There are things you can do to improve your interview skills. Let me give you one of them right now. And this is what I did in all my interviews. You have to spend time doing your homework before an interview. You have to do your background. You have to look at questions that you can anticipate, and you have to look at the job you're applying for and maybe questions you might get around that job. So there's a lot of things you can do to improve your interview skills, but I'm telling you, this one is important. Now, none of these 5 by themselves are usually going to sink you, but taken together, they're going to hurt you if you don't do them right. And interviewing, having someone that comes in and does a good interview, that's prepared, that's well-spoken, that knows how to answer questions, that goes a long way. So the first one is poor interview skills. I saw a lot of that. The second thing I saw when I was going to promote folks and folks that did not get promoted was they lacked people skills. If you're going to go up in an organization and you want to supervise other people, and obviously there's more money with that, a lot of better things come the higher you go in an organization. You have to be a people person. Now let me tell you, I came into the workforce back in the early 80s, believe it or not. And when I first came in, you didn't have to be a people person, okay? It was a different environment. Today's a different environment. You have to be a people person today to work with young folks, to work with people in their 20s and 30s, to work with a wide variety of people that you'll be working with. You have to be a people person to be in management. And I saw it all the time when non-people person got promoted into management, all kinds of bad things happened, okay? It can really affect negatively teamwork. It can get a lot of complaints going. It can spread bitterness. I wanted someone that was going to be a people person. Now, that's not saying that they just got to be all people and nothing else. There's a lot of other requirements on a supervisor. Results are most important. But you got to be a people person. And being a people person means that you listen, okay? A good people person is someone that listens and someone that can work with a team. So that's what we were always looking for. And people that were poor people persons, had bad skills in that area, they were really tough getting a promotion. The third reason why people don't get promoted, and this is a biggie, and this follows you around, and that's poor work results. Before we did an interview panel, when we were looking at candidates for promotion, we always looked at their current work results. What are we looking for? Quality, quantity, timeliness. We're looking at their current supervisors' comments about them. If you're not doing your current job well, it's going to be hard to get a promotion. And I saw this all the time where people would spend so much time politicking and trying to jump ahead instead of just doing their job well and doing it really well, because that's what gets you noticed. That's what got me noticed. I did every job I had well, and that's what gets you noticed. Your results on what you do in your job is going to be compared with other folks that are applying. And how those results look are going to matter whether you're getting selected or not. So your results on what you're doing today matter. Make sure you're looking at those. Make sure you're doing the best job you can in the current job you're at. And then you can move towards supervision. The fourth thing that I saw which prevents people from getting promoted is lacking supervisory traits. When you're going for promotion, whether you're going to supervise one person or 100, you got to have some basic traits as a supervisor. One of the things I looked for was integrity. Is this a person of integrity? Do I have to ask this person one time something and they're going to tell me the truth? Or is this person known to tell half truths, quarter truths, or you got to ask them 4 or 5 times in a different way to get the whole truth out of them? I want a person of integrity. I want a person that tells me the truth. And I want a person that takes responsibility for their actions. These are required if you're going to get promoted. You have to show that you have the traits that the company is looking for in a supervisor. They're looking for people with integrity. I can tell you any survey you want to look at online, integrity comes in the top 10 of what people look for in a supervisor. So if you want to get promoted, if you want to move up the chain, you have to show that you have leadership traits. Those begin with integrity, those begin with responsibility and other items. And the fifth thing that prevents people from getting promoted is they really lack the career path. Their career path that they've taken is inadequate for the job. Let me give you an example. When you join the military, you start out as the lowest level, which is a private. You can't jump from a private to a general. That doesn't work. There's career paths you have to go through to get where you want to go. Now, in my career, I always looked at the job I wanted, and then I looked at where is the career path to get there, and how do I get there? I had to take a number of different jobs on my way to the one that I wanted, because that was the career path that gave me the experience that I needed to really compete for that job. And so I saw other people that weren't as aggressive in doing that. They were, lazy, and they didn't have the career path necessary to apply to compete for those other jobs. So when they're competing for the job they really want, there's other folks there that have a lot more experience in their career where they've been in different divisions and they have a better chance of getting promoted. So the career path was inadequate. They were trying to jump too fast, too far, instead of, hey, do your homework, take your steps you need to take in your career path to get to where you want to get. Be patient, and then you'll get to where you want to get. So those are the 5 things that I saw most often on why folks didn't get promoted. Now, here's the good news. I hope the good news for last. These are all fixable. These are all fixable on your part. You can go get training. You can take some steps to improve in any one of these areas. And I'm going to challenge you to look at all 5 of these and do one thing. Just do one thing in one area to improve your chances of getting promoted. Because that's what's going to move you forward is looking at yourself. Take a good look at yourself in these areas. Where can you improve to get your promotion? And the other thing I'm going to tell you is don't get down when you don't get a promotion. Go back and look at what did I do? And maybe you have somebody on the interview panel or a friend that can tell you, hey, this is why you didn't get the promotion. And don't ask them in a mean way, why didn't you select me? Just ask them for information to help you improve. And maybe they can help you with something you need to work on. Maybe it was your interview. Maybe it was your career. Look, your career path's inadequate. You need to get this kind of experience first. So whatever it is, look for feedback and take that feedback in without judgment and look at it and then try to improve going forward. So I hope that helps you. So that's it. Those are the 5 reasons. I hope this helped you a little bit. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you on our next video. Take care.